On behalf of the Reboot Combat Recovery team and all of our graduates around the nation, I wanted to thank you for your support of us this year. This Veterans Day, HCA did a whole lot more than just thank a vet or give a standing ovation after a speech. No, what you did was you actually stood up for hurting military families and made a difference. 22 veterans die by suicide every single day in our country. This has to stop. And because of the support of organizations like yours, Reboot's helping to bring an end to this. We're going to continue to build combat trauma healing courses around the nation and continue to deploy hope to these hurting military families to provide them with not only the healing, but also with the hope that they need to be able to move forward in life. One such story I wanted to leave you with is the story of a couple that not only graduated one of our groups, but has since continued on and is now leading others. Again, thank you for your support.
You know, I came to Reboot after a failed suicide attempt, and I have no doubt that had I not walked into Reboot, there would have been another attempt and I would have been successful. I mean, without a doubt. I wouldn't even second guess it. You know, I had met tons of people with PTSD, but we didn't talk about it. You know, it's kind of that taboo thing that nobody talks about anything. And so when I got to my lowest level, it was a lot of it just not knowing and feeling like I was alone, feeling like I had nobody else that understood me. And walking into Reboot, I quickly realized that I wasn't alone and that there's tons of people just like me, and there's tons of marriages that were just as broken as mine was becoming, and there was tons of people that had been to the end of their line and attempted the same suicide that I attempted, and if they could heal, there was hope that I could too.
Going there and hearing about all these people that he had told me about and seeing them and seeing how the interaction between each other and going through the group, you can tell that, you know, like he said, they legitimately care, they want to help, there is hope. And seeing him change, I knew that that's what we had to be involved with, is something that was gonna, if it can help him, there's many out there that need it and it can help them too. I've seen him take the lead in our family and take the step of being a father who shows God and shows the godly spirit to our children rather than the anger and the frustration and the anxiety. Gracie wrote a little note in his lunchbox today that said, you know, I love you, have a good day. And that wouldn't have happened back then at all.
I don't do Reboot for a notch in my belt or a feather in my cap. I do Reboot because it works. And I do Reboot because 22 is too many. And out of the 22 suicides a day, how many more are contemplating doing suicide and making a plan to do it tomorrow? Mm-hmm. And just seeing one little video, just talking to one person that's been through it, could completely change that. Why wouldn't I?